I'm Susan Poizner, a writer and gardener in the city of Toronto. I'm also the founder of the Nobleman Park Community Orchard. That project started in 2008, when I realized that my local park was not well used, and I wondered what I could do to help beautify it and bring it to life. I had learned about community orchard projects across North America, and I thought that planting fruit trees in our park would be the perfect solution. I imagined busy stewardship and harvest days, community events, and festivals. I developed the idea with park staff and neighborhood volunteers, and by 2009, the City of Toronto gave us permission to plant our first 14 trees. So when the city trucks rolled into our park in June 2009 to plant our first 9 trees, we were so excited. Little did we know that our fruit-growing adventure had only just begun. You see, we knew we needed to water and mulch our young trees. Other than that, we thought our fruit trees would take care of themselves. In their first few years in the ground, our trees taught us otherwise. One by one, they experienced pest and disease problems that we could not identify. We hoped these problems would just pass, but instead, they got worse. Finally, I realized it was time for us to learn to care for our trees properly. So I brought in experts from the fruit-growing regions of our province to teach us. Our first teacher taught me one lesson that I will never forget. He said, "Susan, growing fruit trees organically is not the same as neglect." Over the years, I learned that the best way to protect your trees from pests and disease and to keep them thriving is with correct annual pruning, nutrition management, pest and disease prevention, and more. I also realized that as city growers, our fruit trees have an even harder time thriving. That's because the soil in the city is notoriously bad due to extensive development and bad building practices. It's taken us 5 years, but now, despite all our challenges, the fruit trees in Nobleman Park are thriving and productive. We have a great team of volunteers, and our park is finally coming to life. And now I work with other communities across North America, teaching them how to care for their fruit trees properly, with my fruit tree care book and online fruit tree care workshops. For me, the moral of the story is that fruit trees need hands-on care. If you're going to plant an urban orchard or even a single fruit tree, do your research first. Choose the right trees for your conditions and care for them properly. And then you will have fruit trees that will feed you and your community for years to come.